Thinking of buying a house in Australia, but not sure where to get the money? Whether you need a loan, equity, refinancing, or creative financing, I'll break down all the ways you can fund your property purchase. If you're a Kiwi looking to invest in Australia, this video is for you. Let's dive in. If you own a house in New Zealand, refinancing is a powerful way to access cash for your Australian purchase. How it works. Your NZ bank increases your mortgage based on your home's value. You pull out the extra cash to use as a deposit or full payment in Australia. Example, John owns a house in Auckland worth $900,000, and his remaining mortgage is $400,000. If his bank allows him to borrow up to 80% of the home's value, which is $720,000, he can refinance. He pulls out $320,000 to fund his Australian purchase. Tip: refinancing gives you cheaper interest rates than personal loans. Instead of a full refinance, you can take out a home equity loan or a revolving credit line. Your New Zealand home acts as security and you borrow only what you need. The key difference is refinance. You get a large lump sum but increase your mortgage. Equity loan. You borrow a fixed amount separately. Revolving credit. Works like a flexible overdraft where you borrow and repay any time. Many Australian banks lend to New Zealanders, even if you don't live in Australia. They check your NZ income, job stability, and debt levels. A 20-30% deposit is usually required. Example banks that lend to Kiwis: ANZ Australia, Commonwealth Bank, Westpac Australia, National Australia Bank. Tip: if you have NZ debt, your borrowing power may be lower. Some New Zealand banks offer loans for overseas property purchases, though it's less common but possible. You'll need strong income and assets. Interest rates may be higher than local mortgages. Check with NZ banks like BNZ, ASB, ANZNZ, or Westpac NZ for options. If you own a house in New Zealand, selling it or downsizing to a cheaper home can free up cash. Great if you want to invest in Australia without taking on new debt. Jane owns a $1 million home in Wellington, but sells it and buys a $600K townhouse. She uses the $400K leftover to buy a house in Australia debt-free. You cannot use KiwiSaver to buy a rental in Australia, but if you're moving there and it's your first home, you might be able to withdraw funds. You must meet NZ withdrawal rules and buy the house as an owner-occupier. Tip: check with your KiwiSaver provider to confirm eligibility. Refinance or use equity from your New Zealand property. Get a loan from an Australian or New Zealand bank. Sell a property or downsize in New Zealand. Use alternative financing like vendor finance. Use alternative financing like rent to own. Build extra income for a stronger financial position. Which method would work best for you? Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe for more finance tips.